From the North Country's news station, 7 News Tonight starts now.
This is nothing personal. It's just for my family and myself. This is what I need to do.
Tonight on 7 News, North Country AT&T workers join in on a nationwide strike for better pay and benefits. Plus, you never know what will dock on the St. Lawrence Seaway. But first, days away from Memorial Day weekend, the big start to the summer season for areas like the Thousand Islands. But with water levels so high, will the water impact people coming to visit? Well, 7 News reporter Aaron Bischoff tells us business is afloat in the village of Clayton.
The shops are open once again, but this year the tourism season is up against high waters. Mike, who's
not completely underwater, and we're still business as usual.
Business as usual, even if there is extra water. Aaron Bischoff, 7 News.
But another tourism spot in the North Country is not faring as well. Look at these pictures taken by Horizon Aerial Media Services at WESTCOTT Beach State Park. You can't even see the beach with the water as high as it is all the way up to that wall. And with the high water, the U.S. Coast Guard is asking those who are using barrels or drums to mark and weigh down their docks to put a big red X on each barrel. That way, if they drift away somehow, the Coast Guard knows that the barrel is not hazardous. Well, time now for a first look at the forecast of meteorologist Michelle McLeod. McLeod, how you doing?
Good, Patrick. How are you? Currently, we are just under a big swell. Back to you, Pat.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. 19 North Country AT&T workers are on strike. Today, one group of workers gathered outside the AT&T off Arsenal Street in Watertown, which was closed because of lack of workers, while another group picketed near the store in Potsdam. Right now, employees with the Communications Workers of America Union are working without a contract. They say AT&T wants to outsource jobs and is not giving competitive raises.
All of us actually care about our customers, care about the store, the company. We just want, what's fair for us.
We're heading in a direction that's definitely different than what it felt like when I first came here 2.5 years ago.
In a statement today, a spokesperson for AT&T said the company is baffled the union would call a strike, and they're offering terms that will make employees financially better off. The temporary strike ends tonight at midnight. And tonight, we get a look at a close call in Colton. The St. Lawrence County Sheriff's Office says the pilots of this plane were flying from Tupper Lake around 4 p.m. yesterday when they experienced engine failure. They made an emergency landing near State Highway 56 in a small meadow and escaped the accident without getting hurt. Well, President Trump has wrapped up his 2-day trip to Saudi Arabia. The president's speech on fighting Islamic radical extremism was the centerpiece of his visit. The president heads to Israel tomorrow. Here's CBS's Nikki Batiste.
President Trump asked the leaders of 50 Muslim nations. Nikki Batiste for CBS News, New York.
Graduation weekend finishing up with St. Lawrence University this morning. The school has handed out a total of 633 degrees at its outside commencement. Not only was this a big weekend because of the graduation, but yesterday, St. Lawrence University announced it received a $25 million donation from one of its alum, the biggest donation in school history. And to wrap up Armed Forces Weekend, over 100 people hit the pavement at Thompson Park today for the Northern New York Veterans Outreach Center's 4th annual 5K run. The run was hosted to spread awareness for the Outreach Center's services and to show support for our North Country veterans.
I think, everyone wants to support our military, everyone who's served. It's, being so close to Fort Drum, it's a huge support system up here.
Organizers say the run raised around $2,300, and so many people showed up they ran out of all of the 100 t-shirts they had to hand out. Here's a look at what's coming up. Rob Crone gives us a glimpse at what to expect in the upcoming high school baseball and softball playoffs. Also, a large barge on the river always draws quite the crowd. 7 News Weekend will be back in a moment.
From the North Country's news station, you're watching 7 News Tonight.
In comes the nicer weather, out come the nicer toys. There were cars of all kinds at the Highway Legends Car Show this weekend at the 7th annual Two Nations Thousand Islands Extravaganza in Clayton. The event is held on Armed Forces Day and Victoria Day weekend each year as a way to kick off the summer season. It's a chance for people to show off their cars.
Everybody is welcome. The retro cars to antiques, classics, street cars, imports, lifted, lowered, it's all here.
The car show is a charity event, and this year all the money raised went to the Disabled Persons Action Organization. And while the classy cars were planned to be on land, you never know what ship you may see on the St. Lawrence Seaway. This cargo barge, named the Atlantic Enterprise, docked in Clayton this afternoon to do some maintenance. According to the marinetraffic.com, a site that tracks ships around the world, the Atlantic Enterprise weighs 852 tons and 140 feet long. People came down to the water to check out the ship before it left the dock. And when we come back, Michelle McLeod, she has a look at the forecast for the week ahead. Will it rain? Will it be sunny? She has that answer.
Now, tonight's weather.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining me. I'm your meteorologist, Michelle McLeod. Can't rule that out yet. Nice, Patrick, right?
That is nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Michelle, for that forecast.
Not a problem.
And we'll be right back. Lotto time, the daily 835, the wind for it 0512. Funeral plans are set for singer Chris Cornell. He will be laid to rest on May 26th in Los Angeles, according to two people with knowledge of the plans. Now, the Soundgarden frontman's body was flown from Michigan to Los Angeles today. He will be buried at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Cornell died Wednesday night after performing with Soundgarden at the Fox Theater in Detroit. The medical examiner's office in Wayne County, Michigan, ruled the death a suicide by hanging. He was 52 years old. Well, this Memorial Day weekend, roads are expected to be packed as usual on Memorial Day weekend. AAA says it expects more than 39 million Americans to travel more than 50 miles for the unofficial start of summer, the third straight year of increases, and more than 88% of those travelers will drive to their destinations. AAA says the jump is due to increased confidence in the U.S. economy, which means consumers are spending and using that money to travel. And millions of car owners whose vehicles were outfitted with faulty TAKATA airbags may soon receive up to $500 under terms of a new consumer settlement. Owners of nearly 16 million vehicles made by Toyota, Subaru, BMW, and Mazda are eligible for compensation. The amount each car owner is paid will vary depending upon their circumstances, and the proposed deal stipulates that car makers will pay $553 million. Now, some of that money will go to programs designed to get car owners to get their airbags replaced. Well, Rob, this is the time of year where I know you and Mel are busy with all the playoffs going on.
Yeah, lacrosse playoffs in Section 3 have already started. The baseball and softball playoffs, the pairings and seedings released today. We'll tell you who made it from the Frontier League and have the rest in sports coming up next. Don't go away.
Now, your North Country sports.
The Section 3 baseball and softball playoff pairings and seedings were announced today that chased Tommy Malone.
I'm surprised you didn't take advantage of that and go, Crone goes deep.
No, he spells it different too. It's C-R-O-N, but they pronounce it Crone.
All right, let's do some trivia.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. When was the last time the Los Angeles Kings won the NHL Stanley Cup?
I want to say it was either 2013 or 2014. I'm going to go with 2014.
You are correct.
Yeah!
So there you go.
Yes. Ashley Seabold, you did not get me with that one.
You've had a good weekend trivia-wise.
Yeah.
Keep it up next weekend.
Let's stay on a roll.
Stay on that roll. Thank you, Rob. We'll be right back. All right, Michelle, let's take one last look at that forecast.
Well, tomorrow it's going to be more rain, and then when the kids get out of school, it's going to be rain again.
Well, that'll be rain, all but rain. All right, so let's ask you some questions, okay? This is your first weekend joining the desk with us. I'll start the first question. What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer.
Of course.
What's your favorite sport?
The one where I sit in the couch and I don't really watch sports.
Favorite color?
I don't know. Purple.
Favorite food?
Popcorn.
All right, favorite person at the anchor desk?
All of you. Oh,
that's a smart decision.
You know what? Her first weekend, and Michelle McLeod bringing the clouds with her. So.
Yes,
and when it's sunny, then I'm Michelle McSunny.
There you go.
Wow, we got two people making puns at the desk now. I don't know what to do. Tell you what, that'll be it for us. We'll see you. Have a great night.